Thank you for tuning in to Miss Tracy and Clarity today. How should you deal with a family feud? By casting all of your cares and concerns to the Lord. He is the main one who could touch your heart how it needs to be touched. I was born into a family feud. I know how having a family feels. I've witnessed the good times, yet it almost floored me to witness those same aunts, uncles, and cousins take those masks off. This person said they loved me, hugged my children, walked in and out of my house. Whoa. God took the blinders off of my eyes when I was 22 years old. I have never seen family the same since. I've kept my children as protected as I could because I didn't want them to experience that type of pain. It hits harder than an enemy ever could. I don't get excited when a family reunion is announced. I haven't been to one since I was an adolescent. I have never taken my children to one. I already know the end game. I'm good. I'll just stay in my respective corner with the Lord like I've been doing. Unfortunately, we deal with enemies and their charges every day, and that's life. Yet when you're related to your enemies, well, that's a different battle. What has helped me deal with it is just facing all the angles of the battle. I don't know how many feuds we got going on in the family, but one of the major ones for me is when my dad dated two cousins in the same family. My cousin had my half-brother and my mom had me a year and a half later. I understand my cousin's anger. Who wouldn't be upset? I didn't really understand the seriousness of the scandal until I got older, of course, and really started putting some two and two together on my own. Why was I born into this mess here? How the hell did these three adults let this happen? Action is everything. My cousin told my mom she was in the club the night she met my dad. My $1 million question for her is, why wouldn't you intervene? Who watches the father of their child finesse a relative? Not me. I wish one of mine would. It's going to be on and popping in that club. That confrontation would have prevented some things, though. She told my mom she could have reached out and touched her that night. She was standing so close to her. I wish she would have. Only she and God know why she didn't. People might feel they should have recognized each other. I walked past the cousin I grew up with. I've done it. So it happens. Yet I sensed it, though. And I turned around and made it right with that particular cousin. If I don't have my glasses on, trust and believe, I am not seeing you, baby. My vision is that bad. I apologized to her and kept it short and sweet because we're not hella close in the first place. But that was never my intention. I wanted her to know it wasn't intentional. I'm not going to just walk by a relative, liked or unliked. That's blood. My mom would never intentionally date a relative's lover. Set that in stone. My mom can and have always pulled her own man. If the roles were reversed, she wouldn't have just sat there and watched her child's father finesse a relative. Yet my brother and I are here, and we didn't ask to be here. We have done our best to make lemonade out of lemons. My father acknowledged his youthful wrong turn and apologized to me when I was 22. I cannot and will not continually beat that man over the head for being a lustful youngin'. Whether he knew they were related or not is still unclear. He says he didn't. And that's between him and God. Everybody has stepped into something they wish they could reverse or do over. This is why we show mercy. I'm 46 and I'm all right with the cards the Lord has given me, yet the feud remains. I have heard so-called family members take advantage of the funerals and voice their little concerns and thoughts and feelings here and there. I can't have my children around that. My last funeral was for my mother in 2007. I had to come forward for her. The rest of them, I have to give it to the Lord. I protect me and mine at all costs. They have not experienced family like I have. Yet, this not normal shit to deal with. Let's be real. It's not a feud over whose diamond is the realest, who dresses the best, or who makes the best sweet potato pie, or things of that nature. I'm fair. My cousin has a right to feel how she feels. Yet you got to come for that man too. Women go straight for the woman when entanglements happen. No, you have to deal with that man too. I'm not bitter with nobody. I always look at the bigger picture. The spiritual side of this is to just accept that there are wheat and tares in every family. Everybody got to go through something in life to be who they are. The $1 million point for me is the Lord allowed it. My mom says I was meant to be here. The way my life has panned out and how he has kept me, I believe her. Hell yeah, my mom wished the cookie could have crumbled another way, but this is what it took for her to see her family clearly. In my eye, she would have been loyal and loving the people who didn't deserve it. The bigger picture is in God's hands. And I'll just thank God that my mother taught my mom how to pray and be mindful of God. That was the best gift that I could have received. And I'm okay with it all. My children have each other. I was the only child. And I accept the pros and cons of my journey. I'm right where God wants me to be spiritually. I thank him for it all. The good, bad, and the ugly. I thank him for all that I have conquered and will continue to conquer. Nobody will stop this show but God when he's ready. Until then, I'm going to keep making room for him to move in my life because I need to see and show my kids that happy endings I have always believed in. I don't know. Ooh, it's getting dark out here. I don't know what those are. This a strange day. I swear it was just sunny and hot not too long ago. Now it look like it's about 8 o'clock and it's 3 o'clock. This a little weird. Anyway, I'm sorry. Where was I? Oh man, I'm going to keep making room for him to move in my life because I need to see and show my kids that happy ending I always believed in. I thought certain relatives would be there to see the happy ending, of course. I thought certain friends would be there to see the happy ending. I have 4 kids. As of now, I can't guarantee all 4 will be there. That's not in my hands. That's in God's hands. I hope so. Only God knows how the story ends for all of us. We can only do what's right in our hearts and give our best selves to each other when we can pray and it's reciprocated. I have an agape love for my family, known and unknown. I accept the sourness of the lemon, yet God has shown me how to make life sweet anyway. Let go and let God. We will not be here forever. All is forgiven, and I forgive all, dear heart. I need heaven's door to open for me. It's not going to open with bitterness and unforgiveness and all that jazz. God allowed it. Allow God to handle it. If you have any comments about today's episode, you can contact me at uniquelyt77@gmail.com. That's UNIQUELYTEE77@gmail.com. Damn, can these things get any louder? Godspeed. 350. These things ain't supposed to be sounding off like that till nighttime. Oh, man.